morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
First of all, here's my business card.
Yeah, thank you. And I have received my business card.
Thank you very much. Yeah, hello. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
Thank you very much for applying. And well, I would like to start to talk a little bit about our company,
Yeah.
what we would like from you, and then I will ask you some questions, if that
Yes.
is okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, as you know, we are Quistor. We are one of the largest European consultancy groups, working with globally with all kinds of companies, and we specify in developing support systems for companies to help them with their accounting and financial problems. And yeah, and we are looking for a person who is able to work in a group,
Yes.
is flexible with working times, with the place where you're working, since we are globally, and also you have to be really presentative, since you will be working with would be working with our clients, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I will start. Well, first of all, I would like to get you to know you a little bit.
Yes.
So, how would you describe your personality?
Yes. Of course, first of all, my name is Nguyen, but difficult for you to pronounce, I guess. So just people call me like Moon, it's easy.
Okay.
And I have just graduated from the Hansa University Groningen, and I'm specialized in the financial aspect. And the people they talk about me as efficient and highly organized. Yeah, because like for example in the school we have also many like projects and also homework and a lot of readings. So I found the best way to do it is to have a very structured schedule. So I always plan my schedule in advance so I could finish this with the highest grade for my exams.
Okay.
So talk about me, that's always about professional, just and organized person.
Okay. And yeah, also what is really important is how you spend your spare time. How do you get relaxed? How do you spend your spare time besides working and studying?
Yes.
Because you need to be relaxed to be productive. So how do you
spend time? I like cooking. So yeah, that is make me happy because I can find. Sometimes I think I thought to myself like, okay, just not cook is a regular way, but find some new methods. So sometimes I mix the food together. Sometimes delicious, but sometimes it's oh my god, it's terrible. But yeah, at least you try something new. So yeah, I like to cooking, and sometimes I like to helping people with tutoring. Like some of my friends that tutor in math or in statistics.
Okay.
So I think it's quite interesting to have
Yeah.
that in my free time.
Why did you choose our company?
I have looked a little bit on your website, and I heard that Quest is one of the European largest company about consultancies, and they give also a lot of support and application for the customer. And consulting is something I'm really interested in. Also, it fits perfectly with my study, which is in also in finance, international finance. And I have also working internship with the Rabobank before, so I have also experience in working with this field. So yes, my interest and my professional skill told me that I really like to have a chance to work in your company.
Okay. Yeah, and if you would get the job, what kind of boss or what kind of groups do you prefer to work in with?
As I have said before, we also have a lot of projects in the school. So during this project, we have to interact with many different type of cultures. So it's also learned me to be flexible and adapted to the new culture and new type of people. So yes, I feel comfortable to work with all type of folks.
Okay. Yeah, I see you studied international business management and specified in finance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Why did you choose this kind of field?
Yes. Yeah, it's also based on my experience and also my interest, because before actually I also looked up for information about how is this about and what is my strengths and what my interest. And during my study, I feel that I really like math and statistics and finance study. So I think, yes, if you can combine your interests, if you do something you really like, you can contribute the best results for it. Therefore, I decide myself to follow this area of study.
Okay, yeah. Besides math, statistics, and finance, were there other courses you really liked?
Yeah, I'm very interested in people also. Something with psychologists. I really like to talk to people, to understand about the people behavior, and ask myself why they behave like this. So it's something is make me interested in working with people.
Okay. Yes, so you already said you worked in a lot of groups at your university.
Yeah.
Do you actually prefer to work in groups, or do you prefer working alone, or did you ever have a really bad experience in a group work?
Yeah. Actually, it's from beginning for me. It's also a little bit difficult to cope with another cultures, because as you can see, it's a diversity of environment. But because of this experience, it's learned me to be equally working as individual or as well as the work in the team. Because during the project, we have to do a lot of research by ourselves and reading and learn everything. And after that, we also have to cooperate with the group member. So therefore, I learned to work for myself as well as in the working team. So my teams usually they have a high grade for school. So I think it's for me it's good to equally work individual or in the working with the team.
Okay. How do you cope with pressure? How do you get along? Is it okay for you if you have a lot of projects going on the same time, or even overtime?
Yeah. If I have to, then I would do it, because I like to meet the deadline and I want to contribute the best result of the work. So if the job requires me have to work overtime, or then I'm willing to do it, but I prefer to plan in advance. So therefore, I will plan is. Then I think if we can plan earlier, then the result of the job also more effective.
Okay. Okay. And if you would get this job, what are your future plans? Would you stay with us for a long time, or are you?
Yeah. This is very interesting questions. Yeah. Actually, if I would like to work for the company until you don't give me any chance to learn anymore. And I believe that in the working environment always have something you really have to learn. So at least until we are mutually achieved, then I still stay with the company.
Okay. Have you ever thought about your salary? Would you?
Yeah. May I ask you these questions? Because do you have any rank for a salary with similar positions?
Well, if you work in a team, in a project group, you would get a monthly salary of 2,000.
Yeah.
But you can also, if you are suited for it, be a group manager, a group leader. Then you would get, of course, more. But for right now, you would be working in a group, so it would be around 2,000
Per month.
per month.
Yeah, it's a natural salary. Yeah, I think it's good for start point.
Okay. Yes, I see you have, of course, English speaking skills and listening. Excellent, you're saying. I hear that you can speak English really good. How is your Dutch?
I did my course in the school, the Dutch as second language. So in the school, I learned to writing and do all the writing and reading a lot. So my I cannot say I'm perfectly in Dutch, but I can communicate in this language as well as writings during my study in school and also my extra study outside of school.
Okay. Yeah. I see that you are able to work with Microsoft Office and SPSS as well as Internet Explorer. Did you ever have any experience with the ERP system?
Yes, I have heard about this, but to be honest, I have a little experience, but not really specialized, not really professional in this field. So I would like to ask if your company had any like training or some supporting for this program.
Yes, we do. We would, of course, train you. Your colleagues would help you with getting to know the system, and there are, of course, trainings you can take, but they are not offered from our company, so you would have to do it on your own.
Yes.
Those trainings. I see here you have already quite some working experience. Which job did you like the most, or which job do you think helped you more to decide on which field you would like to go?
Yeah, I think each job bring me a different experience. Like now I go for finance, but maybe you can ask why you working as marketing before. It's completely different. And marketing is something I work before I decide to study in Hansen. So it's my I working there for a few years, but I realized this job is not really something for me. So I always looking for some new challenge, something I can study and improve myself. And therefore, when I apply for study in Hansen, it's really the big decision in my life because I have to switch between working to study again. But during this study, and this is a very good program to give you an overview of the economic and business environment. And during this study, I also have a chance to study in different objects. And I realized that I'm really interested in finance, and I usually have a good grade for it and have interest when I'm studying. So that's why I decided myself to move to finance study. But also the experience in the past also helping me to quicker adapt to the environment and working with the people. So therefore here I come.
Okay, that sounds all really promising. Do you have any questions for me, for the company?
Yes, I would like to ask if your company have any promos in the future for the employees?
Promotion futures?
Yeah, yes. Like for example, like do you have, if I work for this job and if I do it good, can I have a step further? Like
yes,
do I have
yes,
any
yes,
like step
of course.
further
As I already said, you can become a team leader, a project manager, and of course there are always, basically what we are most looking for are team leaders to guide a team. You could also become a head of a special of an area for, let's say, Germany or Netherlands. to organize the groups, to find new customers. But yeah, that's is the future, and there are always possibilities of promotion.
Yes.
And,
yeah, and I also read about something about the vacancy, and they said like sometimes you have to work globally. So may I ask if I have to traveling or I mainly working in Netherlands?
Yeah, as you already said, we are really global. We could adapt whatever you want. If you say that you only want to stay in the Netherlands, that would be possible. But we are also looking for people who are flexible and are moving around. So if we see that you're really good at one specific part, and we see, okay, we need a person in China, not in China, in
maybe in China I can speak Chinese.
no, in France, then we would send you to France if you are willing to do that.
Yes.
So yes, the opportunity is there, and that would be debatable.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes. I think for the moment I have enough information. I would very much appreciate with your telephone. If I have any questions, can I call or?
Of course. Yes.
Okay, that is would be very nice. Thank you very much for the time, and
Thank you.
I hope see you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Good morning, please come inside. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Please take a seat.
Thank you very much. So, here's my business card.
Yes, thank you. And this is my business card.
Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome to our company. So, yes, and I have received your CV and application letter. And today we go further for the interviews. So, yeah, first I will say something about company. We are EFG Group, and we are one of the partners from EFG Finance Group in Switzerland. And we are third biggest company in Switzerland, so I hope it's something interesting for you. And we mainly specialize in financial markets and also provide structured investment service in Switzerland, but also internationality. So yes, this is something about company. And I would like to ask you some questions. First of all, can you tell me something about your personality?
Yes, of course. But first of all, I want to thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm really grateful to be here. Yeah, about myself. My name is Tim Fabian Böhnke. I lived in Germany almost my whole life, but studied international business and management in Groningen, in the Netherlands. Well, I decided to study international business and management in Groningen because it's really international. We were studying in English, so I'm really fluent in English. And during my study, I got a really good overview of how a company works. We were working in a lot of groups and had to analyze a lot of companies. Not only based on finance, but also a lot about how marketing strategies affect their finance products. And yeah, furthermore, I did a year abroad during my studies. I studied for half a year in Beijing at the BUT. Yeah, and I was able to get my minor in economics there. And then I did an internship at UBS, also in Switzerland. I guess you know the bank. Yeah, and then after my year abroad, I made my specification in finance. So I have I think I have a really good overview how to analyze a company, how different markets react to different changes.
But can you tell me, like, why did you choose this particular field of study?
Well, I started when I was 17. I did an internship at Credit Suisse for only a month, but it gave me a really good internal perspective how finance, how big the field of finance is. I mean, you can do so much in finance, and I mean, finance is everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting how one small event can affect the whole world because of globalization, and yeah.
But why do you think you might like to work for our company but not the other company?
I'm sorry again?
Why do you think you like to work for our company? What is the impression from you
your
for our
company?
company?
Well, first of all, the internationality of your company. As you can see from my CV, I lived in Germany, Netherlands, Beijing, Switzerland for half a year. I'm young. I want to see the world. I want to experience different cultures, and I think your company gives me the opportunity to work and experience different cultures.
Yeah.
And even though you work with the EFG European Financial Group, you're still a quite small company, and I think that's also what I really like. I don't want to be in one big company where I'm like, I don't want to say nothing, but where I'm just a small part.
Yeah.
I want to do something. I want to affect something, and also of course your internationality.
You say you have work you have the internship in Beijing, and you have to study with the international study.
Yeah.
So have you ever had any difficulty to get along with your colleagues or supervisors?
No, I'm pretty easygoing as a person. Not easygoing like when I'm working, but it's my personality is open-minded. I can, of course, there are always people that a little bit harder to cope with, but I think I'm really open to everyone, and
so your character is open-minded too.
Definitely open-minded.
Yeah. But like as you see in our company, there's some job requirement, but I would like to ask, do you prefer working with other people or by yourselves?
I would prefer working with other people. Definitely you have to work on your own to analyze something, but if you work with other people together, you can brainstorm. You can see where you might have problems, or where it's easier to perform better if you have a group, a small group. I like working in a small group with 4 or 5 people, because that's the most efficient way to solve problems and come up with ideas.
Okay, that's so interesting. But then you have to work with the other people, and sometimes we have a quite tough start. So how do you feel about the overtime work?
I mean, I'm young. I'm still really active, and during my studies, it was also a lot of work. It's we had currently 3 or 4 projects at the same time, and so I know how to work with stress. I know how to plan, how to guide a team, and if it is if it comes to overtime, that's definitely not a problem.
Yeah, so you mean you can work when we really require some overtime work? It's not a problem for you.
Yes.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe some question a bit about your personal, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How do you spend your spare time? What are your hobbies?
I'm playing the guitar since I'm 6 years old. I also played in a couple of bands, and yeah, playing the guitar is.
That is my favorite instrument.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps you to keep your mind off something, to really relax. And it happens to me a lot when I'm playing guitar. I'm playing, and suddenly an idea comes to my mind. It's like, okay, perfect. It helps me to be creative, to get my strength and focus back. And additionally, I played for 5 years American football.
American football?
American football. I'm currently not playing it anymore, but I will definitely start either with American football or any other team sport, because I really like the team spirit. I really like to motivate other people, to get them to be the best, to get the best out of the group.
Yes, so motivated. Come back to job. If you have to work with the boss, like manager, what type of boss do you prefer?
I would definitely prefer a boss who lets me work. I mean, of course, I need guidance, since I don't have that much working experience. Yes, I have my internships, but those were only for half a year. And I didn't work in creating financial products yet, so I need, in the beginning definitely a little bit of guidance. So yeah, I would prefer a job, a boss who's also open-minded, supportive, and someone I can talk to if I have problems.
Okay. Yeah. So just suppose if you are accepted by our company, how long do you expect you will stay with us?
I didn't for a long time, I guess. But I definitely want to. I mean, I have my bachelor degree right now, so I definitely want to do my master. But before I do my master, I want to get some working experience for at least 2 years. So I would be staying at least for 2 years. And if your company provides like a program where I can study, do my master, and still work for you, then I will definitely work with your company for more than 2 years. So is it possible to get, do you have a program where I can...
Yeah. Oh, to tell you something, unfortunately we don't have really directly the program to support you like to go for master study, but we have the program in talent program. For this program you need to apply for it. You're not automatically accepted by our company directly, but you have to apply for it. Yeah, so competitive with another competitor. You have to show how motivated you are, and you can check more detail on our websites about the programs. But definitely we have some support for beside your working. You can do your study master in the evening or weekends. But yeah, you have to really work hard to achieve something, right?
That's
so
always the case.
Yeah. So that is what we can offer for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe the last questions, a little bit sensitive questions. What is your idea about your salary, and how much money do you hope you can earn when you reach 30 years old?
Well, I think it's pretty hard to say what I want to learn in 30 years because we don't know what happens in 30 years. But I guess the starting salary would be 2,000, 3,000 per month.
Brutto, netto?
Well, 2,000 netto would be nice.
Yeah.
To cover all my expenses and also the studies. Yeah, in 30 years.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
It's
We
all
discuss more about this.
Yeah.
Okay, then that is our questions for you, and thank you very much for joining. And do you have any more questions for the company?
Yeah, well, we actually talked already about the master possibilities. Do you also offer any training programs during when I'm working at your company?
Yeah.
Like if I'm, yeah.
Yes, you can see on our vacancies also we really focus more on like many program and domain job to do with also the analysis and data related to finance and also the investment company. So we also have to work with like something like functional programs. In this program you need special training for 6 months to 1 year, and during this time you also get support from another staff. But that is like you're not automatically accepted directly to the company, but you have like staff training for a few months there to see how you can cope with new environment and all the program, because as you see we are the finance company, and it is it's something very critical and we need really precise, accurate employees. So yeah, this is a time for you to prove yourselves, and also the good chance if you can cope with new environment and also the program we apply for you, then the door is open. Then we will welcome you.
One more question. It says in the application form that I would be structuring projects in all asset class. Is it possible to specify in one asset class? So, of course, in the beginning, I would like to get to know all the areas which is possible, but is it possible to, after, let's say, half a year or 1 year, to really specify in bonds or...
Yes, if you can check again from the website, we focus on the market mapping and secondary market service, structured product like certifications, bonds, warrant, and other derivative instruments. So you can focus on one thing for investment, but it's with your plus points if you can also join with another teams, because yeah, if you focus on one thing, it's really good for your knowledge about one thing. But if you could join another team, this is something for you to learn, and also you have more opportunity for promotion in the future. So it's something your choice.
And one more question is, I know you are a really global company. Is it also possible to work part-time for a specific project in different countries?
Oh, that is a very interesting question. Actually, we mainly focus our office in Switzerland, but we are also we support we provide the service also internationally. So the footprint is Europe, but also in Asia. So sometimes we work like project. So during the year we have the project. We will inform the people about our project and how it's going. So yeah, we can then you can apply for it if you want, like in Asia or in Europe. So you have to look it up.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, then thank you very much for coming, and I hope to see you again.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.